Minato is the weakest Hokage, and I'm going to explain why today. Minato is one of the most overrated characters in Naruto, and no other character has this level of bias for scaling them. And let's start. Now, what are Minato's feats? Alright, Minato beat Obito. Beating Obito isn't really that good of a feat. Conan beat Obito. Obito had problems with the Anbu who Danzo was with. Obito is not that strong. All he has is Kamui, which is mostly defensive, because if he tries to hit you, then you just hit him at the same time. And just to be clear, this is not KCM Minato or Sage Minato, because Sage mode he's not a good user. He can't use it for long. Now let's continue. Minato's abilities are the Rasengan and Flying Thunder G. Now, with those, he's going to be a hard opponent because he can keep teleporting. But as we know, he can only teleport to his marked spots. So if in the battle, he'll have to throw it around the field and try to get hits on the opponent. And as we have seen, this works well for when the opponent is not fast. Minato is a Kurama Claw victim, and this new one-shot manga shows he got beaten by some weak Chinchurikis, and this just shows that Minato is not as strong as you all were saying, or a lot of you. Now, Minato scales to around Conan level, close to, and that's all we can really give him. Now, a lot of people think Naruto is strong without Kurama, but he isn't. He is probably weaker than Minato, and we all know this. So again, Minato is not that strong. In debate, there's not really much pointers to put him at levels where people are putting him at. Itachi would neg diff him, Sakura would neg diff him, Tsunade would neg diff him, Tobirama would neg diff him, Hashirama would neg diff him, Kakashi would neg diff him, Konohamaru it would be a close match, and a lot of other characters would just neg him because all he can do is teleport, and he has his Rasengan, but that's just not going to be strong enough for the top tiers and mid tiers. Now let's bring more facts into this. Minato got neg diffed by Ten Tails Madara. He got blitzed immediately. He couldn't do nothing, and that was Sage Minato. And Sage Minato is above Alive Base Minato. Now let's continue. My guy was putting some work on Madara Ten Tails because he didn't get instantly blitzed, and he pushed Madara back. So that puts Minato below 7th Gate's guy, and that puts him below Kasame. So the scaling makes complete sense. And Minato just isn't as strong as people are saying. Like some people say he beats Itachi, he beats Jiraiya. He really doesn't. Minato isn't that strong. His power is good for quick teleporting and missions, and because I became Hokage, but all because you're Hokage doesn't mean you're strong. As seen with some of the lower tier Hokages, it's just because they got some missions and it'll be some of the fodder ninjas in missions. FTG is massively overrated also. As we've seen with Tobirama, he got negatived by the Gold and Silver Brothers, who the Ninja Alliance did better than. So as we can see, Minato is super overrated. Probably his best thing is to teleport away from the battlefield, because that's all he could do against the Koski. Like Dadar would absolutely neg diff him. Like Kasame would neg diff him. Pain would neg diff him. Conan would neg diff him. And so many other characters would just blitz Minato immediately, and he doesn't have a lot in his arsenal other than teleporting and Rasengan. And that only worked on Obito because he can only hit him at the same time he hits Kamui, and a lot of characters can do that. Like, it's not that impressive. Obito wasn't that strong, and that's why when he got the 10 tails, he got more negative than when Madara got, and he was so strong because he's just built different. Minato was carried by Kushina, and Minato is just not that strong, and Naruto characters have a lot more strength than him, speed than him, and a lot of people don't know this. Speed isn't teleportation. Now, Minato has a very fast reaction speed. Now, a lot of you may be wondering, there's no way Minato is the weakest Hokage, but there's a lot of points to this, and I'll explain why. Now, let's start with Hashirama. Hashirama, obviously a top-tier Hokage. He battled Madara with the Kurama Susanoo, and he beat him. So he's extremely strong, right below Hokage Naruto. Then we got Tobirama. Now, Tobirama, we see him, and we see he invented the Edo Tensei. He invented a lot of jutsus that Minato just piggybacked off. So, again, we could put Tobirama as a high tier, right below Hashirama, because remember, he beat Madara's brother, and he's a Uchiha, so that's a really strong feat. And he has the water jutsus, he's got the kunai technique, he's got the mist, so he's got a lot more variety than Minato, which would allow him to beat him. And he has FTG too, so it would be a very strong matchup, an easy win for Tobirama. Now let's go to the third Hokage. The third Hokage fought Orochimaru, and Orochimaru is extremely strong. As we see Orochimaru fight Log, and even though he was contending with Orochimaru, who was using Edo Tensei, Hashirama, and Tobirama, so this just puts third Hokage as way stronger than Minato. It's not even close. Now let's go the fourth Hokage, Minato, versus Tsunade. Now Tsunade, you're going to say, oh, no, he beats her. No. Tsunade didn't get negged by a cloak Jinchuriki. Tsunade was able to put cracks in Madara Susanoo, and that's an incredible feat. Plus, she has 1,000 healing, so she'll be able to heal whatever Minato damage she gets. So it's not even close. Tsunade would one punch Minato and it would be over once she tags him from a FTG teleportation. And then next up, we got Kakashi. Now, Kakashi's got purple lightning, and he was able to fight Kashin Koji. And Kashin Koji scales way higher than Minato because he fought Jingen. So it's not even close. Minato beats no Hokage, and I'm explaining this with such good points because he's just not that strong. Now, beyond the Hokages, these are other characters that would beat Minato. Okay, we got Kakuzu. So Kakuzu was able to contend with Naruto Kurama influence, and he only lost when he used the Rasen Shuriken, which is already above Minato. So Kakuzu is definitely above Minato. Now, characters Minato can beat would be like Hidan and below. That's all he could beat because he's just not that strong. And Habuto wasn't that experience yet as a fighter when Minato beat him, so that's not even that impressive as a feat. Konan beating an older, experienced Habuto is way more impressive, and that's just facts. Plus, he used Izanagi. Like, he didn't use Izanagi on Minato, so it's not even close when comparing the characters. And other characters Minato can beat are not a lot because the 5 Kage are stronger than him. Onoki would beat Minato neg Diff particle style. It's over. Raikage has re-racing, they're comparable, and that was a younger Raikage, and Raikage is now stronger, so he would neg Diff Minato too, and it's just facts. Now, Sasuke Start of Shippuden is definitely stronger than Minato because he has Kirin, he got Curse Mark Stage 2, he got Fire Style, he got Chidori, and Minato just wouldn't be able to do anything to this. Like, he could FTG, but then Kirin's just gonna hit him, and then it'll be over. Like, so much characters are stronger than Minato, and people don't understand. So they overestimate Minato when he didn't show that much feats, and he just got negged by Kurama's Claw. That's all we can get him up to, and it's just facts. Now, a lot of scalers like Six, NC Hammer don't know this, and that's why I'm here to state the facts and give you guys the most honest takes on the anime power scaling Alright, so that's all for this video. I hope you learned a lot in the power scaling for Naruto Shippuden. And I want you to comment your thoughts below. Do you think Minato is the weakest Hokage, or do you think he's stronger? Explain yourself why down below, and I'll respond. Thanks.